Thanks a lot for that, Jeff. Look at them, beautiful fish. Are they prongs?
Yeah, they're called spot prawns,
They're
actually.
Spot prongs. And this is all part of an amazing dinner that's happening at the Courtyard restaurant. Joining us, their executive chef, Michael Hay. Great to have you back on the show.
Thanks for having me.
And this is a really unique dinner that's happening next Monday.
Yeah, it's next Monday, the 26th.
Okay.
So what we're doing is we're highlighting our fishermen that we use. We're lucky to use Organic Oceans, which is all sustainably line-caught seafood at the restaurant. So it's... and actually, a lot of the seafood that we actually serve is caught by a man named Frank, and he's our fisherman.
Now, so we're looking at some footage right now. Is that Frank?
Yeah, so that's actually Frankie right there, and that's just him pulling some salmon out of the water. And you'll notice, well, you can't see, but all the hooks are barbless. And he's actually not, he's not trawling the ocean with a net. He's literally just using like a hook and line to catch. So that's really good for keeping quotas.
Wow.
And that's one of the ways that they...
That's a talented fisherman right there.
Yeah. And so anyways, he's actually the person I order my fish from and I talk to on a weekly basis, but it's really great because he's actually out there in the ocean and pulling the fish out. So he has a lot of ownership and a lot of stewardship over what he's doing.
Plus, you know what's coming in. You know a lot more as to the quantity or what's available, what he's seeing out on the water.
Yeah, well, he only fishes a couple things. Like we get scallops, we get various kinds of salmon, we get halibut. We get a really amazing fish called lingcod, which is it's a little bit like I guess like a black bass. It's very meaty and firm. So he only fishes 5 or 6 different varieties of fish, and then he just sticks to that, and it's always pristine. It's always very fresh. They fish for, there's certain fishing seasons. There's like halibut is 6 months, salmon is 4 months. So they do all of their fishing in those 4 months, and then they individually flash freeze the rest of the fish. So it's very, very pristine seafood. We're one of 8 restaurants in the city that has an opportunity to have this seafood.
That's not many. There's a ton of restaurants in the city, so that there's very few that are in there. Let's get you cooking, because I want to talk more about this process. So what are you making for us so we can get this started? So
these are spot prawns. So these are... Normally, shrimp is not, it's not really cultivated in a great way. So these spot prawns are very fresh, they're very firm, they're a little bit sweet. And these are actually, we get them IQF as well, so they're individually quick frozen, but they're frozen in seawater. So the seawater actually kind of cures them a little bit and seasons them all the way through. So anyways, what I'm doing is I'm just going to poach them in a beurre blanc.
What is this mixture? What are you dipping it in?
So yeah, beurre blanc. This is it's orange, white wine, cream, and butter, and then it's just emulsified together. And there's a little bit of saffron. So with these shrimp, what you really want to do is cook them as like you're not even really cooking them. You're kind of just like warming them through. So they just have a really beautiful, very like kind of silky texture when they're cooked. So it's just. We're just going to kind of like just warm them through.
Up.
Yeah, basically that's all we're doing.
Now, what does it mean then to have Frank coming in for this event? So will people have the opportunity to talk to him, ask questions, or how will it work?
Well, so what we're doing is we're having, there's going to be a canapé and cocktail period at the beginning, and Frank is kind of going to be like the host of the event. He's a lot of fun. He's very passionate about what he does, so he loves educating people on sustainable fishery. So yeah, for the first hour, it's just going to be a meet and greet with Frank. And we're going to have some oysters, we're going to have some shrimp canapes, we're going to have just a lot of really fresh, we're going to have some smoked fish that Frankie does himself as well. And then for the dinner, I'll be in the kitchen obviously, but Frankie is going to be introducing all of the dishes and then just talking a little bit about the cultivation methods for the various fish. So he'll just give a little bit of an intro, and then at the end of the dinner, I guess we can all mull around and just talk to him more. But this guy's a riot as well, so that's...
I mean, I can see that it'd be a lot of fun for the people to get you know, his take on things.
Yeah.
Does it put pressure on you as a chef?
Yes.
To know that he's wanting to know exactly how you're serving up his fish?
Yeah.
You've got to feel that.
Yeah, Frankie actually kind of checks out his people before he lets them buy his stuff. He wants to make sure that we're going to serve it, like he doesn't like us overcooking his fish, obviously. So he wants to make sure that we highlight the fish and then we just very lightly garnish it and then keep it as pure as possible. So he doesn't, you know, he always tells me, I don't want you like throwing like a ton of sauce. I don't want you throwing like 90 garnishes. Like just, you know, cook it simply, present it nicely. So you know what I do? I listen to Frankie, and the fish is the star of all of his dishes. So it does give a little bit of pressure. I've actually been kind of working with him on the meal for the last couple of weeks. So as I come up with a dish, I'll take a photo and I'll text it. I'll say, "What do you think about this, Frankie?" And generally he likes it, so it's well. The dish. This is a carrot ginger agnolotti, which is just like a little stuffed pasta.
Just really fancy name that you gave it. So what's inside?
It's a carrot mousse with ginger. I actually didn't coin that term. It's been around.
Oh no, you've had lots of terms going on. I'm trying to okay, so what's inside?
It's carrot mousse, just with a little bit of ginger, and that's it. So anyway, so the prawns they're totally cooked through now. So I'm just going to add that to there, and so the beurre blanc is going to be acting as the cooking sort of mechanism and as the sauce as well. And nobody needs to eat this much beurre blanc. That's too much.
And then is this how you're going to serve it up?
Yeah, well, this is just a little leek vinaigrette, so it's just leeks that are poached in a vinaigrette. It's very springish, and it's going to add a little bit of acidity to the dish and a little bit of freshness.
Now, you don't start on your spring menu yet. You'll get through this dinner and then start to work on... I know the patio, you said you opened it up yesterday.
Our patio opened yesterday, and that was amazing. We filled it really quickly. We were actually one of 2 restaurants in the Courtyard that opened it. But, our spring menu is actually done. We started working on it about 2 months ago.
Okay.
Because, we know what's coming out in the spring. We know asparagus is coming in, morels. So what we do is we conceptualize everything. And then when the produce becomes available, we start testing the dishes. So we've already started that.
You're looking forward to it?
Oh yeah, spring is. It's a toss-up.
It's sprung within the next couple hours.
Spring has sprung for sure.
Or 12 or so we've got coming later tonight.
I love spring, but I also love tomatoes as well. So it's hard to say what my favorite season is. But
now, very quick, can people still get tickets for the event?
Yeah.
Is it still available?
Yeah, we have about. I'm not sure now. I think we have about 16 tickets left. So they're $120, and that includes 4 courses, canapes, as well as wine pairings, and then some sparkling when you get there.
That's impressive.
So it's actually it's a pretty good price, I think. And I mean, ultimately the focus of the event is just really on Frankie, and just hearing his stories, and then kind of being connected to what he does. So anyways, the final garnish is these are just a little bit of pea shoots that we get from Butterfly Sky, which is another local farmer. So peas and carrots, and once again a little bit of spring freshness, and that's the dish.
And guess what? Perfect timing, gentlemen.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Hey, what's going on over there? Give me the baby fork. I don't care.
Full-size forks.
I like the baby
not
fork.
Really. There you go.
16 tickets left for the event happening next Monday, March the 26th. Everything gets underway at around 7:30, and then the full dinner will be around 8:30.
8:30, yeah.
Good, gentlemen?
It's a little bit liquid inside, so...
Yes, keep that in mind. Just go with the fish.
Yeah.
They're done.
It's a little bit explodey, but yeah, it's good? Okay.
They're going back
I'll
in.
wrestle you for the rest.
Are there equal amounts, or was it an odd number?
There was an odd number,
There was an odd
number.
Yeah, they're going to have to fight over it. The Courtyard Restaurant, Michael Hay joining us once again. He's the executive chef, and the event happening on Monday, March the 26th. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll be back to wrap up this edition of CTV Morning Live right after this.